and welcome back. Today is Saturday, November 16th. I have your 3 best bets for you in the NBA today. As always, if you're new to the channel, as I just shook the whole table. If you're new to the channel, please leave a like and subscribe down below. It makes me know you like the content. Just takes a few seconds. A 5-game NBA slate ahead of us. Early matchup, Hornets-Bucks. I'm actually pretty excited for this one. Over-unders at 217, but I'm actually excited. These two teams are fun. Don't really get to see many Hornets games on primetime, so I'm pretty excited to watch it. We have some fun matchups, potential future Western Conference championship game here. Spurs, Mavs in 2025 or 2026. Potential Western Conference Finals. Then we have Lakers, Pelicans, and then to cap the night, we have Jazz, Kings. Yeah, I didn't talk about the Celtics game. That game is a 16-point spread already. But 5-game slate, fun day ahead of us. Before we jump into today's plays, we got to recap yesterday's action. And yesterday in the NBA, ended up going 2-3 in best bets. 2-2 if you don't count the risk-free play. Zach LaVine, Josh Giddey on that same game parlay didn't even come close to getting to their line. But Donovan Mitchell, we had him to score 30-plus points. We used our FanDuel promo on that, got it at plus money, and he delivered for us. He hates playing the Chicago Bulls. I think it's now 8 for his last 11 games. James Harden, he might be points banned from here on out. He finished the game at 21. We needed 21.5. Finished the game at 21. He's probably on the permy over 22.5. Banned 20.5. You play. Any number above, you don't touch it. Last week, and let's just jump into it for my first play of the day. Gonna be in that Bucks-Hornets matchup early on here at 2. Going with the number 2 overall pick, going with Brandon Miller. Over 17.5 points, coming in at minus 125 on FanDuel. Miller has a great matchup here. Milwaukee allowing the second most points to the shooting guard position and the most threes to the shooting guard position. So he has a great matchup. He's gotten this over 3 for his last 5 games overall, averaging 17.6 points per game. Ever since the Pistons game, his playing time has increased each game. He was earlier in the season, he was averaging mid to late 20 minutes per game, back-to-back 30-minute games. So got to love that. Volume has increased during that time. 4 straight games of 16 field goal attempts. And when he gets 16 field goal attempts this season, he's gotten the over 60% of the time. He's gotten this over 2 for his last 3 home games overall, averaging 21.3 points per game. The last home game he had 29 points. My projections have him at 18.3 points tonight, so love that. And he's coming off of a 3 for 18 shooting night, so he's going to bounce back at home here in a great matchup against the Bucks. Give me Brandon Miller over 17.5 points. For my second best bet, going to be in that Lakers-Pelicans matchup, over-under at 220 overall. And I'm going with the guy returning back home to his home team of the Pelicans. I'm going with Anthony Davis. Over 27.5 points, coming in at minus 125 all season. He's gotten this over 8 for his last per game. He is coming off of a back-to-back, and you might be like, oh, he might not have as many shots. The last back-to-back he did have this season, he had 31 points. So I'm not that afraid of it overall. Pelicans have given up some big games to the centers this season. Vucevic, 21. Jalen Williams, most recently, 31 points, and Ayton at 19 points. Steady volume this season overall for Anthony Davis, 19 field goal attempts per game. He's gotten this over 4 for his last 5 away games this season, averaging 33.2 points per game. And the Pelicans don't really have a mismatches all day points per game, so I like Anthony Davis over 27.5 points. For my third and final best bet, going to be that late game on the Kings-Jazz matchup here. I'm going with someone I wish I took last time he played, and I've learned better here. I'm going with John Collins, over 15.5 points, coming in at minus 130 on ESPN Bet. The Kings allow the 7th most points to the power forward position, and John Collins has steadily been balling out for this Jazz team. The last 2 games, he scored 29 and 27 points, so he's been balling. He's gotten this over 3 for his last 5 games overall, averaging 22.2 points per game. He's gotten this over 2 for his last 3 against the Kings, averaging 18.3 points per game. The game they just field type 2 games of playing 30-plus minutes, and when John Collins plays 28 minutes for this Jazz team this season, he's gotten the over 3 of his last 4 games. 3 of those games having 25-plus point games. So love it overall. My projections have him at 22 points in this matchup. So we have a nice cushion. I like a high over-under at 230 overall, and this could be a fun one. Both teams are coming off a back-to-back, so give me John Collins over 15.5 points. Those are my 3 best bets for you in the NBA today. Smaller card. Hopefully today goes better than last Saturday. feel it. I hope you're having a wonderful Saturday. Big sports day ahead of us. Football, huge fight tonight. Cannot wait for that. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Keep on smiling, and I